Thank you very much for help.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from Italy.
Italy?
Yeah.
And you told me you're living in Japan.
Yeah, I live in Japan.
As a student.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have a 学生 visa.
学生ビザ。
そう
日本語上手ですね。
まだです。
勉強中？
そう、勉強中です。
へー
去年、ベネツィアで、卒業してからここに来ました。
大学を卒業して
はい。
日本に来た。
そうですね。今年の1月から。
すごい。
はい
日本語すごい。すごい。
日常会話だけ大丈夫でも。
Do you want it in English or Japanese?
English.
English is better. Okay.
Yeah.
So, why did you choose to come to Japan? I'm so curious.
Well, I studied Japanese at university. I felt like, I always had a sort of passion for languages, but in Europe we don't usually study like French, Spanish, like English, of course.
True.
But the Asian languages are a bit maybe underrated because they are very difficult to learn.
Sure.
But I started to learn Japanese because I wanted to explore more the Asian world, let's say. And yeah, I really like, now I have a passion for Japan and Japanese language, so I decided to come here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have any specific goal?
To learn the language perfectly.
Wow.
And it's very difficult, so yeah, I would like to work here in the future, maybe as a translator, interpreter maybe, yeah. Italian, Japanese, or English.
素晴らしい。
素晴らしい。そうでも難しいです。
Do you have to like work for a company to be a translator?
Maybe yes.
Yes.
Or also a travel agency, in the tourist field. Yeah.
So when do you graduate your school in Japan?
I actually graduate this month.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I just did like 9 months. And then I'm going back to Italy, but I want to do a master in Japan studies again, and then come here again. Just that time for work, hopefully.
For work. When are you planning to come back?
Hopefully next year,
Next year?
maybe overseas. But I'm still not sure. I didn't plan anything. But my university has overseas options, so hopefully.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess you love Japan.
I really like it. Yeah.
What is your favorite part of Japan? What do you like about Japan?
Living in Italy, it's very different, like the living here. I feel maybe it's a stereotype, but when I moved here, I really felt like people were more like respectful, maybe, or like in general, there's more work here than in Italy.
Really?
So yeah, in general, everything is organized better than in Italy. But yeah, I just like the history, all the tourist places. I really love just going around, explore a bit, because it's very different from Europe. So maybe for me, everything is new. So yeah.
Have you ever heard of like work environment in Japan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Also from some
friends.
Yeah.
And do you feel like it's different from your country?
Yeah. It's I feel like it's here people are very, very serious about like work is life. Maybe just this kind of thinking, and that's maybe a con for me. But it's not this for everything or everyone, of course. But yeah, I heard it's pretty like tiring. The work culture.
Maybe.
Yeah, you do a lot of overtime and you don't have time for yourself maybe. But so yeah, that's the difficult part, of course, of living here, or maybe working for a kaisha or a big company.
But you still wanna work in
maybe
Japan?
not for a big company, but I also would like to do a small, simple job just to stay here.
When you come to Japan, did you feel big cultural difference?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Now I got used to the living here. Can I also say stupid things? Like, for example, the escalator. The escalator thing where like everyone just has to stand in one side. In Italy, we don't do that. In Italy, it's pretty like confused, messy. We don't do that. So I was pretty confused.
true.
And, yeah.
We have like small kind of rules.
Yeah. Small rules, unwritten rules that
Yes.
everybody follows. So when you arrive here as a foreigner, you need to like understand those rules.
Yeah.
But it's quite confusing at the beginning. I was confused at the
Sure,
beginning.
sure. That was the biggest cultural difference maybe for you.
I mean, I'm Italian. The food culture, I think, because like here, I see a lot of people just going to restaurant to just eat a quick lunch or dinner, and then if they want to have fun, they go
To another
somewhere else. Yeah, exactly. In Italy, when you go to a restaurant or to a place, you stay there a lot of time. And even if you're just with one friend, you stay there at least like 2 hours and stuff over because you're just having fun. Like it's
Alright.
very different the culture of food here and in Italy. Here is pretty quickly.
Very interesting.
It's interesting.
Very interesting. Were you like surprised by something in Japan?
In Japan, by a lot of things actually. But now I struggle to remember because now I've been living here since January, so yeah, maybe these cultural differences and stuff. But also the fact that in Italy it's pretty common to find, like even when you go to shops or supermarkets, like the workers there, because they're stressed of course and everything, they usually address you even if you're a client. It can happen that they can address you in a rude way. Here in Japan, I don't think it can happen. Like they always use like keigo, sonkeigo and stuff. Even if they are stressed, of course, but the client is the most important
Kami-sama.
person. Yeah, kami-sama mitai.
Kind of like,
So
yeah.
and that was pretty. I really liked this kind of thing because in Italy it can happen that you can meet also rude people.
How do you react
I always
to that?
like say "ありがとうございます" because I feel like respected. So I also want to respect them. Yeah.
So you've lived in Japan for 7 months, 8 months?
Yeah.
Would you like recommend to live in Japan for like your friends? Would you
I
recommend?
would totally recommend. Like, I would recommend in general like spending a period of time abroad, but particularly like Japan because there's a lot of like having a gakusei visa is not that difficult. Like obtaining a student visa, there are a lot of language schools you can apply to. Even if you want to do a short period like a tanki,
Okay.
yeah, just 3 months. And like Japan is it was a really good experience. And yeah, also because you can see also other aspects of Japan, like living here is different from just visiting here. So
It's totally
you can
different,
enjoy
right?
a lot of other different parts of things of Japan. So
Okay, last question. I'm guessing you have traveled like a lot of places in Japan.
yeah.
Which was your favorite place?
Oh, I've been to like the common like other famous city, Kyoto, Nara, Osaka. I've been to Sapporo.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
I feel like Hokkaido is a very cool place to go to, especially like in summer.
in summer.
Because yeah, there's no snow in summer, but there are like it's not that hot like in other parts of Japan because it's in the northern area, and the nature there is amazing. Yeah, so you can also see a different side of Japan.
Yeah, it's totally different from Tokyo.
Yeah, it's totally different from Tokyo. Also, there are like small cities around Tokyo, like in Inaka. Like,
Inaka.
Japanese countryside is very.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah. Very beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for help.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have the YouTube.
Thank you very much for help. Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Canada. So you're visiting Japan?
I am, yeah. Traveling.
Traveling. For how long are you guys
I'm
staying?
here for a week or two. I'm traveling Asia. I'm
Oh,
going
Asia.
to Bali and Philippines after, and Papua New Guinea before I move to Australia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is your first destination?
Yeah, I flew
Japan?
here from Canada
All
2
right.
days ago. Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you visiting only Tokyo or are you going
I'm
to
thinking of visiting Kyoto and Osaka and maybe somewhere to go surfing.
surfing?
Yeah.
Oh, you like surfing?
Yeah, I used to teach surfing. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
In
yeah.
Hawaii.
Wow. So your occupation was surf-related stuff.
I'm a tour guide in Canada.
Right now. Okay.
I just left my tour guiding job and I work for a vegan charity as well.
Charity.
So remotely. I'm kind of digital nomading while I'm traveling. Yeah.
Awesome. So you can earn wherever you want.
Basically.
Cool.
It's great, yeah.
So there are some surfing spots around Tokyo.
Yeah, I've been researching surfing around Japan. I've looked up a few places. A lot of the islands have surfing. Yeah.
If you wanted like near Tokyo, there's one in
There's one like
Shonan
yeah, that's one of them. Yeah.
or Chiba. Right?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I looked up. Yeah.
Are you planning to go?
I want to. Yeah, I have to do some more research on how to get there, but yeah.
2 days have passed right now. Did you feel any cultural difference?
Yes.
Yes.
Tons. It's amazing. Yeah.
Amazing.
It's very different. For example, so clean here. People are very respectful and polite to everybody, and very kind. I just think the country shows that the culture respects, like they really want to enjoy the natural beauty of things and
Interesting.
like the architecture, and then they eat very healthy here, which I feel like the rest of the world could learn all about the things that I just mentioned. So
What have you eaten?
I'm
So
vegan, so I went to some vegan restaurants, and sushi's my favorite food.
Sushi.
So yeah.
Where did you have your sushi?
Well, I just went to a really good restaurant called Plant-Based Tokyo.
Plant-based Tokyo.
Not far from here, so I'd recommend that one.
Wow. Do they serve like mainly sushi?
No, they serve all kinds of Japanese food, but vegan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, were you surprised by Japan?
Yes. Well, so because I'm a tour guide in Canada, I've had a lot of Japanese guests, so I've asked them all kinds of questions about it. So I kind of had an idea of what it was like before I came. But yeah, it was a bit shocking, but like in a good way.
So you had some sort of like impressions of Japan before you came to.
Yeah. And my parents have been here. They told me about it, and yeah. And I have some
How did it
Japanese friends.
change your impression?
What I didn't expect is the nature to be so amazing, like all the trees around
Especially
us.
Tokyo.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure what the rest of the country is like, but. And I went up the Sky Tree yesterday, which is the
really?
massive building, and you can see. And I was impressed by how. I mean, this is the biggest city in the world. There's more people in Tokyo than all of Canada, so I was just like amazed at how you can make such a massive city. And you can see Mount Fuji from the tower, so.
Yeah.
And I've
you
always
could see
seen
it.
that in movies and pictures, so.
It's kind of hard for you, maybe, but did your experience in like Japan affect your life or influence your life?
Yeah, I think so, because I feel like I've learned a lot here, even in 2 days, and I feel like the cultural differences and in countries around the world, what we can learn from Japan is the kindness and respect that they have here, and keeping a city clean and efficient, and just enjoying like the beauty of life, I think, as well. So I think that's gonna change my outlook on, because this is my 56th country that I've been to. So in my mind I like compare countries, and like this is such a unique country. I feel like it's super different from the rest of the world. Yeah, in a good way. Some countries not in a good way, but this one in a good way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me like the best country you've ever visited and the worst?
I feel like the worst would be the US.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they have a lot of social issues. They portray themselves as being the best country in the world, yet they have massive health issues. They don't have health care. They have a lot of racism, and they have no public transit because there's not really any social programs there. So that's why I would say it's the worst. Even though there's so much natural beauty there and there's a lot of positives as well. I think the best, my favorite place in the world is the Galapagos, which is in Ecuador. It's completely conserved, and there's so many animals that are endemic there, and the animals are amazing. Like I swam with hammerhead sharks and penguins, and I saw a sea turtle.
Wow.
Like swam with sea turtles, manta rays. It was incredible.
You have great experience. Wow. Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.